Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Soti baby here. Soti mama, Soti special, Soti sprinkle, Soti spicy, Soti light, Soti the advisor, okay, the therapist, the person that gives it to you hot because in this video I'm gonna give you guys tips to show your men on how to surprise you, how to love you, how to do the right things by you. Because I feel like a lot of men these days have lost the plot. Okay, a lot of men are moving somehow, you know, they are saying, oh, it's not a man's job to provide. How can I be giving women money because they are beautiful? I mean, you guys are on Twitter and social media and I've seen a lot of things and I'm just like, hey, hello. So stick around if you want to know what I have to say, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff. Okay, all right. So ladies, this video is for you to send to your men, because I know that I don't have a lot of male followers, even though I have a few, but I don't have a lot of male followers. So if you want your husband to do something right, it's not me that said, it's Soti that said. So these are 10 tips or 10 ways that you can show your woman that you love her, you appreciate all her efforts, you like her, all of that stuff. Okay, the very first thing is to listen to your wife. Okay, listen to your partner. I don't know why a lot of men think that women are always just nagging or always complaining or always saying things from left field. I guarantee you that if your wife knows that you value her opinion and you listen to her, she will feel loved, she will feel important, she will feel appreciated. Because a lot of men don't realize that it doesn't take much actually to make a woman like love you and fall head over heels. A lot of people think, oh, it's throwing money around, throwing cars and titles. That one day is actually needed, but it's not all that. A lot of women just want to feel appreciated, know that they are valued, and that's the secret to long life. Know that, value your woman and let her know that she is valued, and that's it. So the first tip is to listen to your wife. The second thing is to buy her gifts unprovoked. Okay, I know that a lot of women have different love languages and have a lot of different ways they need to be loved. So of course one size does not fit all, but imagine when you come back home and you see a bouquet of flowers. People like me, okay, you come back home, you see a gift that you've been talking about. Maybe you're not even directly asking, you're just like, oh, I need a new memory card, I need a new hard drive for content creators, or I need new shoes, I need new flats, I need something you've needed and maybe you couldn't buy because of finances, or you haven't had time to go, or one or two things have not let you buy that thing, and you come back home and you see that your partner has already done that for you. Do you know what happened to you? Do you know what will happen? And the truth of the matter is that these things are for the benefit of the man. It's not just for the benefit of the woman. Yes, you're receiving the gifts, but the thing that the woman will get in return is much more than the gifts that they are going to give. Does that make sense? Okay, because you know, even in the other room, you start performing because remember that this thing came like this, or this thing happened, and you're like, hey, lonely, add it up. Anyway, that's the second thing I'll say. Gifts unprovoked, not because she asked, not because it's Christmas Day, not because it's Valentine's Day, not because it's her birthday, just because it will go a long way. Okay, it will go a long way. The third thing I would say is words of affirmation. We're talking about love languages in the past, the second point. A lot of women need to know that they are valued, okay? Even if her love language is not words of affirmation. But the fact that she wakes up in the morning, takes care of the kids, takes care of the home, does a lot of things that you don't even have any idea of, okay? Sorts out things before you get there. By the time you find out that your children have been sick, she has probably gone to the hospital already, or things like that. Women love to know that their work has been appreciated. That's what I said the first time, being listened to. But in this third point, I mean verbally saying, wow, this is impressive, or thank you, or I appreciate you, I value you, I know how much thought you put into this. If you want to make your wife know that you love her, one of the ways is words of affirmation. Affirm her, reassure her that she's not just like, I know that a lot of families have automatic gender roles or automatic roles that have been assigned already, but when she just knows, do you understand? When she knows that, see, my guy is gonna tell me, when she just knows that you know how much effort, even if you don't even know how much effort, you acknowledge how much effort went into this thing, I mean, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. The fourth thing I would say is surprise date nights. Keep dating your wife, guys. I think this thing cannot be overemphasized. A lot of marriage therapists talk about it. A lot of couple therapists talk about it. Everybody talks about it, but it's extremely important in my opinion, because the effort a lot of men put when they are chasing their wives, it fizzles out completely when they marry. because sometimes it's not deliberate. Sometimes it's children, it's activities, it's the home life, it's business, it's work, it's stress. And so you're like, okay, you already have your wife, people sleep on the same bed every night, so it's okay. She can always come back to the, we can always do this. Do you get, like, oh, I must meet my clients because you're always at home, I can always see you, right? Does that make sense? Oh, I must do this because wife is already at home. But the thing is that you must date your wife. If not, this love this love that we claim we love ourselves sometimes fizzles out, because a lot of love is both unconditional and conditional. So the kind of love you have for your wife when everything is good generally is unconditional, but there's also another level or another facet to this love that is conditional, that grows, that is fed, that, like, do you get, it blossoms because of the value you've put inside it, the work you've put into it. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but when you date your wife, when you take her out once a month, twice a month, once a week, depending on your schedule and what you can do, and to different places, try different experiences, I think that it will be a great bonding experience. It will allow you people to grow together, but it will also show her that you still love her. Because once childbirth sets in, once children set in, once life, hormones, everything sets in, and the body starts to change, things start to change, and they're not the way they used to be, women start having insecurity issues. They start having, all these different thoughts in their head. And when you don't do what you were doing before, it almost feels like, maybe you're going somewhere else, or maybe you're not attracted to her the way you used to be, and all of those things. So date your wife. It shows mwah, it shows that you love her. Another point is to pray for and with your wife. Pray for and with your wife. There's nothing like spiritual intimacy. I can tell you that I fall in love with my husband more. Like, there's this feeling. I think this is akin to when people say my pastor this, my papa this, my this, my this, my this. When there's a way people fall in love with their pastors, I'm telling you, because that's the only explanation I have when you say, oh, my papa said this, my dad said this, my father in the Lord said this. Because I feel that too. Like, when I'm with my husband and my husband comes and lays his hand on my head, or he prays for me, especially without asking, he prays for me, or he speaks life into me, there's this, I don't know how to explain it, I just feel extremely loved. I know that he cares for me, even as on a spiritual level, not just physical, not just about sex and gifts and romance and stuff like this. Spiritually, he's caring for me, he's nurturing me, he's that kind of thing. So I think that's a way to show you love your wife, by praying for and with her. Okay, when you're in agreement, she has something on her mind, and the first thing is prayer. She wants something, you're like, okay, let's do this, let's kneel down in prayer. Confusion in what direction to go as a family, you come with prayer, you come with leadership, you come with declarations and everything. This one is like, as in the spiritual person, it had just ginger, that kind of thing. That's love. I think that's one way of expressing love, men. Okay, what number are we on? I think we're on 6 or 7. Please let me know in the comments. So the 7th way, I think, is the 6th actually. Do I know? Anyway, let's be going. The 6th way of showing that you love your wife. We cannot go about this. We cannot go round and round about this. Is money, 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 money. Hey, when you spray that dollar, when you count that money, a form song, as in when you give your wife money, that's one of the greatest expression of love, period. There's nothing to add here, there's nothing to subtract. Just give her money, just give your wife money, give your wife money. But make sure you don't give her money for the house together with money for herself. Separate it. This is house money to feed the kids, to sort out things, pay the bills, do whatever the bills that she's responsible for and whatever. Then you now give her money, okay, for her hair, for her makeup, for her upkeep. You do all of that. Don't give her money to buy gifts for herself. Buy the gifts for her, then still give her money on top. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's it. I don't need to add, I don't need to subtract from this point. Just give her money. Spend the money. Spray her dollars. Spray her dollar, Papi K. Thank you for always doing this. Yes, anyway, next point is to invest in things that she genuinely cares about. Okay, invest in her interest, invest in her business, invest in her side hustle, invest in her hobbies. Okay, I think that a lot of men, apart from like duty as providing for fathers and stuff like that, sometimes they neglect the dreams of their wives. Women have dreams before we became mothers. Okay, we had dreams before we became your wife. So now that we've become your wife, we've now had your children, some of our dreams take second stage or second fiddle or even go all the way back. But a man who is genuinely cared and genuinely loves his wife, especially when you were dating, you would have known that, oh, my wife said she wanted to become a zoologist, she wanted to do this, reach the pinnacle of her career, da 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 da. But then she had to sacrifice something because she knew that child rearing, something has to give, right? And so she decided to do that. And now that the kids are a bit older, or you guys are now stable enough, or the finances are now better and all of that, is it time that okay, it's time for her to get back to her dreams. Let her not lose herself in this marriage and in this motherhood and stuff like that. Let me invest, let me push her. Because some women, they just fall into this category, they just fall into this role of motherhood, of wifeyhood. You're on top of things and you forget yourself. Then 10-15 years down the line, and all your friends have moved on and achieved all their dreams, and you're like, wait, I was busy raising children, and now the children are invested chasing their own dreams, and I'm left with nothing. So a man that genuinely loves his wife will push her to achieve her goals, will be invested and interested in the things that interest her. Okay, the last point I think this is, I don't even see me, just take it like the last point, or maybe the second to the last one. Last point I will say is, be undividedly her husband. Sometimes, and I've talked about this before, one of the issues that me and my husband had in the first year of marriage was the fact that I was sharing him with a lot of things and people. So being a bachelor, you're used to coming home, pressing phone, wake up in the morning, you go to work, come back, people are disturbing in the work, you have clients, you have colleagues, you have friends, you have social gatherings, you have all of this, you come home, you sleep, the next day you repeat it. Once you get married, there's another human being involved. There's a factor you have to consider. Okay, so men, you have to learn to drop work and outside, and when you come home, you are undividedly her husband. Because what I see, what I've experienced, what I know is that a lot of us, even women too, bring work back home, bring clients back home, bring things back home. So the time you're supposed to have, the alone time you're supposed to have with your spouse, you're using it for work, you're using it to press social media, you're using it to distract yourself. So if you can give your wife 6 hours, 6 hours is for sleeping, so the hours before sleeping itself, 1 hour, 2 hours straight, undividedly, like, it's me and you, let's talk, how far, what's doing. If you can get into the kitchen with her, get into the kitchen. If you can take walks with her, take walks with her. No phone, no nothing, just you guys will be surprised the kind of topics that will come up. You'll be surprised that all these things I'm even saying will come up during those conversations. When you now listen to her, you value her opinion, instead of pressing your phone and asking social media people, what should I do in this situation, or whatever the case may be that we do on our phones, watching BBN and all of that. You have that time to ask your wife, yo, I'm dealing with this at work, what do you actually think, or whatever. Some of these things I've said in the beginning would have entered this period of you just undividedly giving your partner only 2 hours, so undivided attention, and yeah, a lot of things will be solved. A lot of things will be solved in that period, and even the wife will open up. You guys can resolve your issues, and everything will work out. Everything will work out fine. So the final point is have sex regularly, as often as possible. Now, I know there's pressure on the internet to say, oh, if you don't have sex 10 times a week, 5 times a week, or 3 times a day, you're not doing enough. See, life is real, okay? Life is real. There are some months where the sex can be twice a month. There are some months where things are happening and it will not be. It's not that it's healthy, but it happens. But as much as is within your power, as much as possible, do it regularly, okay? Sometimes those endorphins that are released, when you get there, are enough to solve half of the issues in marriage, and that's the honest truth. That's the God honest truth. So if you can do this regularly, in the other room, spice it up, do stuff again. A woman will know. If you're the one initiating, you're like, she doesn't even have to wear lingerie, but if you say, oh babe, go put on something nice, or she comes into the room, you have set up candles, you have done this, you have made the atmosphere nice, or you start playing slow music. Even the sex, like, it's not routine for you. You're putting effort into romancing her, into spicing it up, into making love. Exactly. Not just, oh, I want to knock, I want to just get there, I want to, the other language we use. But when you do those, put that effort in, it feels like you just don't want to do and go, you know, not and leave. You want to actually make love, and it changes things. It changes things. Let me just be honest with you. So anyway, guys, these are 10 tips. I hope there are 10, but 10 tips I have to show your wife that you love her. So women, I'm going to do your own, but if you have men, if you're men watching this, or if you're women watching this and you have comments you want me to put in the comment section in the other video, you want me to, if you have comments or ideas you think you want me to mention in my video talking about how women should love their husbands, let me know in the comment section. And if you have other things you can add to this video, also add it in the comment section. And I hope this video will help anyone listening to this, anyone watching this. Okay, I hope, that we can all love each other more. We can put in effort into our marriages and relationships, because consider what's happening to relationships. And I think small things are what makes these things become bigger. But if we can try and nip those things in the bud and show some care and love at this stage, maybe things will be better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section, share this video, and subscribe. Bye.